Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to do a recap video of the two first sessions I did in the tabletop RPG games with Pokemon play with my new friends called A Journey Through Kanto. And this idea was struck in my brain a couple of months ago while I kind of tell you guys about my first ever zero for this game and creating my character. But stuff happens and I kind of forgot about it and didn't get the idea again from a couple of weeks ago. And when I got it, I thought as well that maybe I should ask if it's okay if I do this with the other fellows up on the table. And they were okay with it. So I'm gonna tell you guys about the story through Kanto. And we'll start with the Day 1, Session 1, where all characters meet up, in a way. We start with my place, where I'm coming from a ship from Fuchsia City to Pallet Town. Though I'm reading for Johto in this game, my family decided to move out around Fuchsia, but we are about in between Route 13 and 14, creating a site of a swamp to continue raising totodiles and the entire line in Kanto. Try to expand the business, if you might say. And throughout the journey, on the ship, it's been nice. Have some eyes looking at me because my character is a 5 foot tall human with a 4 foot tall totodile always out and next to him. My character's name is Rain Shroud, which I kind of borrowed from an anime called Beast Tamer. And while we are seeing the docks of Pallet Town, I was looking for my phone and noticed, though the phone says it was gonna be clear sunny skies that day, I started to see some storm clouds around Pallet Town and didn't think too much of it, since we all know sometimes the weather report doesn't really being correct all the time. It falters more often than not, even in the real world. So I left the ship docked, and I left the docks and tried to find my way to the Poké Lab to meet Professor Oak. And I would say they pretty much went good. The role to try to find my way was a decent enough role, so it didn't take too long. And while heading up to the lab, I met two fellow newcomers to the Pokemon League. And that is Max and Go. Now Max, I think, is from Kanto. I can't really remember. And he has a Charmander with him, which he's apparently has not nicknamed yet. By the way, my Totodile's nickname is Civica, and my main team's gonna have nicknames from the Arcane show right behind me. So I'm still looking for my Vi, my Jinx, my Caitlyn, Mel, and Vander. And the other character I meet is a boy named Go. And Go is apparently from the Galar region and has a very peculiar Farfetch'd. Now, in metagames, I know is the Galarian Farfetch, but Rain has never seen one, so he's scratching his head inside and goes, "What is that Pokemon?" And we greet each other and walked in together to the lab. In the lab we see a lot of pictures and stuff like that of trainers, former champions, even the former Professor Samuel Oc, and a younger version of the current professor, which is Gary Oc. Yes, in this game, the world has we are playing a bit in the future, so we are dealing with a middle-aged Gary Oc, around his 50s, if I remember correct. The GM might comment below somewhat the age-ish Gary Oc is in this game. And while that, we also met his assistant, which is Lily from the Lowland region. And there was nothing more to it. We registered the Pokeballs we had, and I had to register an extra Pokeball since I bought that one before I got here, which is a Dream Ball. Which my other surprise I had with me, which is a Lowland Vulpix Poké-Egg I won in the Alola region on my vacation before I started my journey. And I'm sorry for my slurry words. I have a slight headache and I'm tired. So I will do my best to keep on track. And so we got those Pokemon registered. We got our Pokédex, says our 5 Pokeballs and stuff like that. And as we walked out, Lily followed us because she has another job. She's not only Professor Oak's assistant, she's apparently Pallet Town's gym leader. And as soon as she saw the Galarian Farfetch, she said that Go would have troubles in her gym. And somehow later on, while we talked about it, we had not really figured out yet what the gym is. So hopefully we have some guesses though. So she said Galarian Farfetch would struggle in our gym. And as we know, at least Meta and then of course Max and Rain got to know the Galarian Farfetch is a fighting type. Which means we have some knowledge of what the gym might be. And as we headed out, notice that the storm has come in. But strangely enough, all our phones still say it's supposed to be a clear blue sunny sky today. It should not be this windy or rain or in any capacity. So we decided to hurry up. Actually, me and Go decided to hurry up and convinced Max to follow because Max wanted to go straight out the Pallet Town and start his journey catching Pokemon. But he says, "Come on, Max! Like they are very windy. It's not a good day to run. And I will buy you a lunch, okay? I promise I will buy you a lunch at the Pokemon Center." Which in hindsight we laughed a bit about because if you're a registered Pokemon trainer, food and lodgings in the Pokemon Center are free. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I can still offer, Rain says. And while there, my Totodile and Max had actually needed to grab Go to keep him on the ground. Thanks to a bad roll, he was near to fly off. So we get to the Poké Center and we have a little meal. Then Rain goes to his room to, well, do a daily chores of taking care of the egg, polish it, checking the temperature, feeling if it's too hot or too cold. Do a little list because next day he thinks he's gonna need to go to the Pokemart to find an incubator so his egg is more protected than just in his bag. And Max and Go decided, well, if we cannot start a journey while just walking out, why not have a training match to see how good we are right now? So they do some training, and Max chooses his Charmander, and Go goes with his Farfetch'd. And we also get to know that Farfetch'd is nicknamed Purleak. Or at least in the beginning it was the Swedish word for leak. Then we have, I think later on during session 2 we changed it to Purleak. And I think even Go has shortened down to just Leak nowadays. FYI, we have done 4 sessions, but I'm doing recap of 1 and 2 since that's happening the same day. So FYI, if I recall what happened sessions after that, I'm sorry, but we have total of 4 sessions. Are you recapping 1 and 2? And well, while all this is going on and Max and Go's Pokemon are healing in the Poké Center, which is going to take an hour, we are struck with a power outage. Not weird during a storm, I would say, but then I think there's Go that spots some strange people sneaking around trying to get to the Poké Lab. So he knocks on mine and Max's door, and we decided, okay, we should investigate this. And we go down, and suddenly we see 4 people in black purplish outfit. Look strange, look weird, and as soon as they see us, 2 of them see us, and we are going into a battle. In our first day, barely 24 hours into our journey, and we face off with the bad guys of this campaign. And this is hand over your Pokemon or else. I am the only one with the Pokemon right now, so I decide to, no, I'm gonna fight you. So they sent out their Pokemon, which was a Ghastly and I think a Mischievous. Mischievous was one, I don't remember if it was Ghastly, stuff like that. I will recall this next time, correct the mistakes I do, I promise. And the fight starts over, and Max and Go try to get to the healing station because they don't see Nurse Joy anywhere, but they want to make sure no one takes their Pokemon. And during this fight, Savika does alright. She hits the Mischievous 1 or twice, and the Mischievous and Ghastly cannot hit Savika at all. But the fight is drawing out, and the PP of my only effective move against these Pokemon, Water Gun, is running out. So Rain is getting ready to actually start punching himself, which is a no-no in the Pokemon world. It's always Pokemon versus Pokemon, not human versus human. But Rain is willing to step in and do the more to protect the ones he cares about. He is willing to punch a guy or two. But luckily for Rain, while Max and Go are struggling to get over the counter, I think Max do good, but Go is the one that kind of smack his knee into the counter. Could be a reverse. But I think there was, Max managed to Go hurts himself. That's when a trainer shows up with a very powerful Growlithe and takes care of the Ghastly and Mischievous. And while all things is settling down, and he's taking and this trainer I don't remember the name of, make sure that the other two is also taken care of. Rain remembers, oh, I left my egg in my room, rushes up, and while he does that, he passes our last character, which is Sydney. Now Sydney, she comes around with her Centret, and well, says he is fast up, and she sees that things are looking okay downstairs. She kind of, all right, let's go follow this guy. And we are west up. Luckily, my egg is secured and whole, not been taken. And after that, we get together downstairs. We talk. We introduce ourselves to Sydney. Sydney introduced herself to us. Introduced to the trainer. And then we decided that trainer goes to the gym to try to help out there, since apparently there was people going to the gym as well. And we follow Go's lead of going to Poke Lab. And while we get there, we are faced with, well, a break-in. And we just run through. We don't stealth or nothing. We're just getting to the bottom. And we get there. We have one of the professor's assistants fighting off, I think, 2 of the bad guys. And then they see us, and the other 2 shows up and start fighting us. And that's where we have to face, I think, Murkrow and Duskull. That, yeah. And we're starting fighting. We are right now 4, technically 4 against 2. Though technically we are 3 against 2, since apparently Sydney's Centret does not know any attacking move. It has foresight and defense curve. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And the fight goes not really our way. The first fight kind of gave us a bit of a boost in confidence, and this second fight brought us down a bit because we rolled decent, but they rolled better, especially with their status moves, which Ghost type usually has. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this was Ghastly and Duskull. That was probably it. So I don't remember which the second Pokemon was in the first fight, technically. But yeah, so we are down to the last 2 versus 2. When I think there was Go that actually made the brilliant idea to try to fool these people, and went with the cops are right outside, and Sydney backed him up. They rolled pretty good, so they started to believe. So there was like, okay, the cops are coming. Should we stay or should we run? Just run. Then I heard from the back, apparently they got what they needed. In this instance, I would say we are looking pretty bad. We have 2 Pokemon knocked out. Now, one asleep, 1 knocked out. One that can't hurt any of them. And my Totodile is paralyzed and badly wounded, if I remember correctly. Or decently wounded, at least. So, in this moment, Rain decides to step forward to try to take the hit from the Pokemon. I forgot that he's facing Ghost type, so they can fly around. And when they are now trying to leave because they got what they needed, Rain is trying to stop them. So he charges and tries to punch one of the guys. Like, no, You're one of you staying. You're gonna answer for this. But they're using their Pokemon to teleport, or a machine. We don't really know. In the end of the day, well, we got collecting, talking to the professors to say what was stolen, what was not, and give a statement to the police. And Machine Girl was pretty nice in not mentioning that I was trying to assault one of the robbers, because even though they're doing bad things, it's still not really okay to punch a person in the Pokemon world. That could be getting me in some trouble, especially as a new trainer try to go for the Indigo League. So after this, we kind of settled down, went back to the Poké Center, healed, starting to heal our Pokemon, and then we met the guy again and one of his friends. And while doing this, we just counted what happened during the day, and then when the Pokemon was healed, we just went to sleep. Oh yeah, by the way, from the Poké Center to the lab, that was my turn, Rain's turn, to almost fly away from the storm. Too windy to actually run around. But we ended it that day with breakfast and stuff like that, and I asked the guy who helped us and his friend if he knew any places where there are Poke farms that specialize in specific Pokemon. Because Rain is a Pokemon breeder, so he really wants to have his main team come from Poke eggs. Now in the mechanics, this means if I hatch a Pokemon from an egg, I get the chance to choose 2 out of 5 options that is determined when the egg hatch, such as which gender it is, size, if it has egg moves. Egg moves. The term is egg moves, not egg moves. Egg moves. Which nature it has and which ability it has. And this is what I did to Civica as well, since I decided in the backstory that I hatched Civica from an egg, which I saved in the backstory where I lost my left arm. That's why my Civica is a girl with an adamant nature. I was just lucky to roll the size to be alpha, which means it's twice as tall as a regular Totodile. That's why the height is this small between Rain and Totodile. And that's why also, like, some people gives him a look or just, wow, that's a big one. Now I hope in one of these Pokemon I'm planning to get, I can actually decide to make a king size, which is a 4 times their normal size, because I think that seems to be hilarious. And that's where we ended up preparing for the journey to start our journey actually, and do a shopping trip and start the session 3. And while we are now having our morning in a beautiful town called Pallet Town, which in the overview look of Pallet Town, we have a small town that's grown up quite a lot and now has an aesthetic of half old, half new age style of buildings. And as well as to do, we are deciding where we're gonna go and how to shop, what we need to shop first, and then head out. 4 new friends forged in fighting bad guys. And that has been a recap of session 1 and session 2. Now if you like this video, even though I slurred a bit with my words, please comment down below what you liked. No, don't. Well, if you reached this far, please comment with a thumbs up so I know you watched the entire video. If you like it, hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when next of my videos comes out. And until then, have a good evening and happy Easter to y'all. Bye!